Hello on Facebook and YouTube. We will be with you shortly. So we've just got a couple minutes left on a song here on the radio, and then we're with you live to talk about the lyric game. Nathan Thomas is here with me in the studio. Yep. Hello, we will be with you just a second. So that was Jordan Sparks with Tattoo, and I am joined by Nathan Thomas here live in the studio. We are on Facebook and YouTube. Hello, Nathan.
Hello, it's good to be here.
Back in the studios from 7 till 10. You were here this morning.
Yeah, and though only this time I'm on the other side of the screen.
A little less buttons for you to press.
Yep, I can just sit there back and enjoy.
Sit back and enjoy. So we're here for the lyric game, something that we do when we're out and about as a station. We have been able to go to amazing places. In fact, here on the on this piece of paper here, I have all the fun facts. And in the past year, we have been to 18 different events,
Wow,
including Big Church Festival.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, it's been really good. And every time we go out and about, almost every time we take a A4. What do you call it? Like
an A board, isn't it?
An A board,
yeah,
right? Like a triangle. Those on Facebook and YouTube. And on there we have the lyric games. And so basically it's some lyrics from some songs, and people have to guess whether they're Christian or not. And I've made them as difficult as possible, which is brilliant. And so it's been a really, really popular game that we've done when we're out and about. And it helps really people identify that when it comes to songs, sometimes you can't tell whether it's Christian or not based off the lyrics.
It's true, actually. It's very true. I think, generally speaking, we would assume it must be really obvious, but actually, a lot of the time, it can be really hard to tell, because as I was actually saying on my show earlier on, that you know, a lot of the time there's a lot of crossover, there's a lot of influencing from both sides, and it's quite interesting.
Yeah, I was listening to a song the other day. I didn't think there was any Christian influence whatsoever in this particular band, and I was hearing this part of the chorus, which is about glory to someone. I thought, oh, that's interesting. Is that dodgy or is that good? And then I realized they actually have a lot of Christian influence in this particular band. So sometimes, and that band isn't a Christian band. They're not the sort of bands you would hear on any Christian radio station. So actually, it's interesting how there's that Christian influence in amongst these different bands. So Nathan's microphone needs to go down a little.
All right, so just doing some slight audio tweaks there. I need to turn mine down a trifle. Hopefully that's better for you. My apologies. Maybe I've got it in the wrong place.
It looks good.
Should know how to use it by now, you'd think, though.
Yes, you were using a microphone for 3 hours this morning.
I know, but it's different.
Different
somehow.
when you're on live stream, yeah.
It's a different position. It's not my fault. It's very disorienting when you're used to being on the other side.
Yes, the other side. Very dramatic. Well, you're on that side of the desk when we do the endurance show.
That is true.
When we do the endurance show, you're on that side of the desk. I'm on this side of the desk. There's a lot more buttons to play with. As I mentioned yesterday, there are two mouses.
I can never decide. I guess you could say mice.
I think it's mice. I mean, the plural form of the animal is indeed mice. So if you've got two electronic mice, why would it be any different? So we'll go with two mice. So the lyric game, shall we get into it?
Yeah, sure. So lyric game, basically, the idea is to try and guess whether the you're going to give me a portion of lyrics from a song, and to guess whether the song was written by a Christian or not.
Yes. And you can get involved with this by commenting on Facebook and YouTube. Is that correct?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, do drop in the comments what you think is correct. Let's play the lyric game.
And for anyone listening on the radio who's driving a car or anything like that, just get involved just listen, have a few guesses. You haven't got to, give a shout out or anything. We will just carry on driving. That's the best thing.
Absolutely.
Or if you're doing anything like, I don't know, chopping vegetables or whatever, you don't have to comment in. You can still play along without doing that. So we'll start with this one. This is actually the chorus for a song, so it should be fairly straightforward. But if you don't, the thing is though, if I was to play a portion of the song, you'd get it immediately because you've got the tune, you've got all of that. But if you read it out, it's much, much harder.
Even if back just to the words.
Yeah, it's funny. If you on watching videos and you were trying to lip read or anything like that when it comes to music, you'd be like, I know this song, but I can't quite remember what it is.
Yeah.
And it's always funny, isn't it? Okay, so first one. We've got 3 for you. Okay. The first one is, I hate what I've become. The nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become. The nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. That's the first lyric. And so the question is it a Christian song or is it not from a Christian song? And on the basis of it, you might think, I think a lot of people, when I've done this out and about, have erred towards it not being Christian. It's kind of dark in its theme, isn't it?
It is quite dark. It seems a bit, it seems kind of, very dark, actually. It seems a bit, I don't know, almost a bit scary, the thoughts, It's just something very serious that's going on.
You could highlight some of the key words here. For example, hate. The word hate being in a Christian song.
The idea of monster.
Monster, yeah. But then there's the word confess. Confession is in this song. So is it Christian? Is it not?
It's interesting. I mean, it's very raw. It's very real, and you can kind of see it being possibly a Christian song because of the idea of confessing that there's something not right inside you.
Yeah, but there's only 2 lines. It's taken out of context. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
It could be that the song takes you on a journey. So just based off of that, what do you reckon, Christian or not?
I'm pretty sure I know what song this is from, which helps out massively.
Yes.
But just based on what it's talking about, it would seem as though it's probably Christian.
Probably Christian. Okay. We will give the answers at the end, but we've got another song now. Song 2 on this list. But you guard my heart with your truth, a kind of love that's bulletproof. But you guard my heart with your truth, a kind of love that's bulletproof.
See, again, with that one, it seems kind of Christian because it's talking about love. It's talking about a flawless kind of love and a perfect love, I guess, in a way. But the other bulletproof, I don't know. It could go either way because, I mean, love is not just on Christian songs. Love is talked about in all kinds of music, from jazz to pop to rock to heavy metal. Love is a very prolific subject in any kind of music. So it's interesting. I'm really not sure with that one.
Yes, it could go either way, and that is the point of this game. It could be a Christian song, it could be a non-Christian song. Yeah. We don't actually know.
But of course, I'm just guessing here, but each of these lyrics, you've taken it from a song which has met the pure standards and
absolutely.
Is therefore 3
All of
point
these
pure.
songs are on our station, so therefore it has no bad language.
Indeed, which is very reassuring.
Very reassuring. That is the goal here. Shout out to Andy B, who says hello. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hello, Andy B.
We are having some fun with this game, aren't we?
We are having a lot of fun, and it's quite interesting to just take a guess. I mean, I think I've seen some of these lyrics when we've been out and about at festivals and stuff, and people get it's really fascinating because people would be. It's funny. You think, oh, well, that's an obvious one, and then it turns out to be completely the opposite. And I've had that multiple times. I've looked at the questions you've come up with, and I thought, well, that seems pretty obvious to me, but then I realised I'm totally wrong.
So far we've got song 1, I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun, I must confess that I feel like a monster. So that was song 1. Song 2, but you guard my heart with your truth, a kind of love that's bulletproof. And we're unsure on either of these. Well, I do actually know all the answers, but Nathan
I
is
just hope
unsure.
so. Otherwise, we're just going to come to the end and think, well, we're just taking a wild guess here, but it's probably true.
All of these songs are on the station. We can play them for you later on. Song 3, this one's interesting. And the world we once believed in will shine again in grace. And the world we once believed in will shine again in grace.
That's interesting because grace is talked about in a number of songs, not just Christian songs. Plenty of people talk about it. And there's a Taylor Swift song called State of Grace. And that alludes to a number of things that you would think more of in terms of church and Christianity. It's quite interesting. I was just thinking there, it would be a bit of a giveaway if song 2 were actually song 2.
Oh yes,
As soon as you did song 3 there, what if it was song 2 and it actually was song 2? That would be really clever.
There is a song called Song 2 by the band Blur.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's kind of a parody.
It is a parody of sort of grunge music, American grunge music.
And ironically, it was very, very popular.
Huge hit in the American grunge community. How ironic.
It is super ironic, and I love that. They wrote a song parodying a genre of music which I'm guessing they weren't that fond of as a band.
Well, if you're making a parody of it, I would guess not, because it's not their usual style, is it?
No, it's very different, and it turned out to be hugely popular, which just goes to show why grunge was so popular at that time.
Yeah, well, it's the sound, isn't it, that really catches you, that catchy hook of some kind, and then that kind of very gritty sound. Anyway, back to the lyric. What was it? Song 3 was...
And the world we once believed in will shine again in grace.
It kind of seems like it's alluding to a kind of something after the current world, doesn't it?
Yeah,
potentially an afterworld, afterlife, that kind of subject.
It does seem to be that way. Which, I mean, the thing is, you're reading out of context, so that's where the challenge is.
Yeah.
So if you read the rest of the lyrics, you'd probably be like, ah.
But then again, if you listen to music, I mean, if you're listening on the radio or just out and about, or you hear snippets of music, there's a good chance you might only hear a small part of each song.
Yeah.
So when we listen to music, we're not always necessarily listening intently to every single word. So it's actually a more realistic perspective on music.
It is, yeah. It is very realistic that we would hear just a portion of it.
Yeah.
Especially
and
if you're...
what would we think if we just heard that bit?
Yeah, especially if you're like tapping away, working away, and then you hear a bit of a line, and then you carry on working. You know, you're not going to hear the full context of the song. So that's why we always make sure we check the lyrics of the song to make sure that it meets our criteria for clean lyrics. So we've given you 3 songs. By the way, I haven't chosen 3 Christian songs or 3 non-Christian songs. There is a mix in here, so there will be some differentiation. So song 1 was, I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun, I must confess that I feel like a monster. Song 2, but you guard my heart with your truth, a kind of love that's bulletproof. That could go either way, couldn't it?
It could now. I can't think of a song with those lyrics, but I'm thinking the first one, I'm guessing it must be some kind of rock track, because I can't think of a pop song which would talk like that.
Yes, I suppose it could be. Song 3, and the world we once believed in will shine again in grace. It's kind of hopeful, it's very positive. Could be Christian, it might not be. That's the thing, being positive isn't what Christianity is all about. Being honest, like that first track, could actually be a Christian track. And so that's why we don't differentiate. So I suppose we ought to give some answers to this, shall we?
Yeah, okay. Let me just get my answers straight here. I'm thinking the first one's Christian.
Okay.
I'm thinking the second one is also Christian, and maybe the last one is not.
Interesting.
That's my guesses.
So the answers are, interestingly enough, Nathan's got them all correct.
I have.
All 3 you have gotten correct, which is amazing. Like when we do this game with people, I don't think anyone's got them all correct. Now usually we have about 5 on a sheet of paper. We've done only 3 here, but you've got all 3 correct.
Did you hear that? I got them all right, every single one. 3 out of 3, 100%.
That's a very good score. So the first song was Skillet, my favorite band, with their biggest song, Monster.
I thought so.
Yes, I mean that's a fairly easy one because it's their most popular song, and it is the chorus of the song. I mean, the name is in those lyrics that I gave you, and it's kind of a very honest, brutal song, feeling like a monster, and that is quite good. And then the second song was Torrin Wells with Known. That was the line about but you guard my heart with your truth, a kind of love that's bulletproof. And then song 3, Michael Jackson with Heal the World.
See, I hadn't guessed those 2 artists were. I hadn't guessed Torrin Wells and Michael Jackson, but yeah, I can think of the songs now. Actually, Heal the World, and what was it? Torrin Wells.
Torrin Wells with Known.
Known, yes, of course. Yeah,
from
there you go.
2019 album, I want to say, but I might be mistaken.
Sounds about right. Was it When We Pray or something like that?
That's the opening track. I don't know if it's the name of the album.
Hills and Valleys.
Hills
maybe.
and Valleys.
That's the album, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
We know our music, don't we?
Yeah, pretty well. Because I mean, 3 out of 3.
That's not bad. Well done.
And well done if you got 3 out of 3 as well.
Yeah, but the point is really that we don't differentiate between these music here on the station. We play all kinds of song. songs. In the last hour of the show, we played artists like Natalie Imbruglia, we played Pink, The Levellers, Chicago. We also played Matthew West.
Nice.
And some of these artists may call themselves Christians, some of them may not. Some of them will allude to very Christian themes within their songs, some of them not. Some of them will be singing about all sorts of different things. I mean, there's a lot of songs just about dancing, you know, where the whole chorus...
loads.
Yeah, and it's not particularly deep, not particularly powerful, but it's good music, and that's all that matters, really. So we don't differentiate between them. We just play you good music that meets our 3-point pure criteria. No bad language. And that's what we do.
It is brilliant. And if you do catch the lyric game and see it as another festival in the future, do come over and have a try. I do believe you might get a prize or something. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. At least the satisfaction of getting them all right in your case, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't have any prizes for you. I mean, actually, no. In the studio, we have some chocolates, if I'm not mistaken.
I've got some right here.
I think that deserves a chocolate getting all
I think
three
it does.
correct.
I think it definitely does. I mean, I'll try and open the box without, like, distorting the microphone.
There's no way of sneaking one of those chocolates, is it? Maybe that's the design.
No, it's like they've designed it very cleverly. You've got the box, which makes about 1,000 decibels when you open it. You can't sneak a chocolate, and then you try and open the packet, and then you're just crinkling and wrinkling, and you've got all kinds of noise and everything.
Yeah, if you wanted like a midnight snack and you're creeping downstairs, you couldn't possibly go for the chocolates.
No, which is why I often like to take something. If I've got a bag of sweets or a bag of crisps, take it out, put it in a bowl, and you can eat it without all the noise and of the crinkling in the packets.
That's also the polite thing to do if you go to the cinema. Have it in a bowl or
it
tub,
is very
not
true.
a packet.
Not a packet. No, because that's just very loud and very disruptive.
So that was today's lyric game. We're going to do this again on Thursday. I've got 3 more lyrics. I might make them a bit harder. I've got 3 planned out, but I could choose some harder ones if you like.
I guess so. It seems as though the first one just wasn't enough of a
Or
challenge.
we could take it one step further. You could try and guess the song, or at least the artist.
Oh boy, that would be taking it a step further.
It would be, wouldn't it? I'm not sure if that's even possible.
Well, I definitely wouldn't have got it right with those questions there. I would never have guessed Tyrone Wells and Michael Jackson. I got the first one right. I thought it was Skillet, but the second two, I never would have got those right.
So Andy B on Facebook said, "Well done, Nathan, for getting them all right. Yeah, that could have been difficult if you got them wrong." Yes, that wouldn't have been so good.
It wouldn't have looked good, would it?
One of the presenters on the station getting them all wrong.
Well, yeah, that wouldn't have looked great. But
2 out of 3 would have been all right.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
1 out of 3, that would have been a bit. And then if you got 0 out of 3, well, that would be the whole point, though. I mean, at one level, you haven't really helped my argument by getting all 3 correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have aimed lower.
If you'd have got them all wrong, that would have really proved my point. It's very hard to differentiate between Christian and non-Christian music. But anyway, we have successfully done the lyric game. We will do this again on Thursday. Nathan Thomas will be joining me live in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us. Nathan will be back on Thursday.
Yep, thanks. Bye for now.
So on the radio, we have the Mavericks with Dance the Night Away. We talked about how dancing comes up in songs a lot.
Yeah, it does. There's Dancing in the Moonlight. There's Dance. Don't Feel Like Dancing.
There's what's the song by David Bowie? Is it
Dancing
called Just
in the
Dance?
Street.
Yes, he does more than one. Isn't there one called
There's
Just
quite
Dance?
a few, yeah. Dancing in the Street, Just Dance.
There's loads and loads of great songs about dancing, and this is one of them. Thank you so much for joining us on Facebook and YouTube. It's been an absolute pleasure keeping you company and playing the lyric game. Andy B going to say Bowie, Let's Dance. That was the song I was thinking
Bowie, Let's Dance.
of. Let's Dance is a great song. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back on Thursday with Nathan Thomas doing the lyric game, but we'll also be doing a live stream tomorrow, same time, same place.